We hope you enjoy The Magicians, The Masked Magician by Rachel Lawson. Hello, I am the Masked Magician. I am here to win the Masked Celebrity Singer Contest. I won't tell you how to do magic, but I will enchant you with my voice, said a man in an over-the-top magician's outfit who looked quite handsome with his black and white tux in his hand, a rosebud on a long stem, and on his face a mask which accentuated his good looks. "Hello, magician," the show host said to the mystery man. "Hello," said the magician in the character's deep, dashing voice. The host introduced the contestant and left him on the stage to sing. The magician sang a romantic rendition of a popular song, giving his rose to a dancer he was flirting with as they danced as he sang. The host came out again. "That was enchanting, magician," said the host. The magician smiled. "Okay, judges, who do you think he is?" asked the host. "Anthony Warlow. He has to be a phantom." An in-love fangirling female comedian judge said. "I think he's too young to be him. He's Michael Ball, the singer," a young man said. "He's as old as Warlow," said the comedian. The magician looked like he was in his 20s. "Is he?" said the young man. "I think he's Hugh Jackman," said the last judge. "He played a magician in a movie." The magician reacted as he may be him. The magician left the stage, and on walked a person dressed as a goldfish. Goldfish introduced themselves in a wacky way, and the host greeted the fish, who sang a fishy song. The host was off stage watching the goldfish's act. Beside him stood the magician looking normal and off guard. "She's good," said the magician in a light tenor voice. "She is magician," the host said. Then a shot rang out. The magician looked shocked when he saw a strange thing. A Grim Reaper walked over to the host who lay dead on the ground. "Not again," grumbled the magician. "Sorry, Blake, someone shot him. We don't know who," said the Reaper to the magician. "Has this happened before?" asked the stage manager's assistant, as the stage manager managed the disaster. "Call the police," was all the magician said. He knelt down looking at the bullet hole. "Don't touch anything, anyone," shouted the stage manager. "Magician, don't do that," said the stage manager, seeing Blake touching the body with a handkerchief. "Don't know why you need a handkerchief, Midnight," a man who had appeared out of thin air said. "I'm a witness, Fox," said Blake. "What took you so long to get here?" "What? How did you get here? You weren't here earlier." "Who are you?" the goldfish asked. "He's the police," said Blake. "So is he?" said the fox, who appeared to be a magician too. "Him?" said the goldfish. "Yes, he's our coroner," said the fox. "Coroner?" said the stage manager. "I think I'm off the show," said Blake. "No, you can help us find the killer," said the fox. "What have you found out, Midnight?" "Why are you calling him Midnight?" asked the goldfish. "That's his name. Midnight, Blue Midnight," said the fox. "He's Blue Midnight the magician, the emperor of the solar system." "I thought he was just a hack magician," said the goldfish. I'm no hack," said Blake. "No, he just hacks up his patients," said a magician in blue. "Buzz off, fly. Did you smell death?" said Blake. "No, I was at the police station. I came with the red fox," said the magician in blue. "Is he one of you?" asked the goldfish. He's just my son the enchanter," said Blake. "You look ridiculous, a cross between Rudolph Valentino and Val Valentino, the masked magician. You a pretty boy. Are you trying to romance Sailor Moon? You look like her boyfriend, Tuxedo Mask," said the enchanter, teasing his dad as he did a lot. "Go away, boy," said Blake to his son, embarrassed and annoyed. "Settle down, you two," said another magician, who had been talking to the stage manager, talking about the victim. "You here for the blood?" said the enchanter. "Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones," said the magician, who was a vampire, to the enchanter, who he knew was secretly a serial killer. But the vampire knew this killing wasn't the modus operandi of the enchanter either. The next day, the show went on as a tribute to the host with a new host. "Hello, I'm the stage hypnotist Lance Alexander. As you may have heard, our old host Jack was murdered. We are finishing the contest as a tribute to him," said an unmasked celebrity guest host who was Lance. Now to the show, our first mystery, who was the masked magician. Blake appeared on the stage out of thin air. "And how to make him disappear," muttered Lance, walking off stage. "Good evening," said Blake, bowing slightly. He stopped smiling and started to sing a song he didn't like. It made Lance smile. He knew his father hated the song. His father nailed it, but he stormed off stage. Lance strode on stage happily. "Now for real talent, here comes my favorite singer," said Lance, the great goldfish. Lance walked off stage. She sang a wonderful rendition of a song about needing a hero. "Nice song, Dr. Death," teased Lance, when he got off stage to where his dad, sometimes called Dr. Death, was standing watching Goldfish, enjoying her performance. "Put a rabbit in it," Blake snapped. "Quiet, you two," hissed the stage manager. There was an awkward silence between them for a moment. "Bye," said Blake and walked off. Lance smiled. Later, Blake sat in a dingy little office, doing paperwork on a table littered with piles of paperwork to do. There was a knock at the door of it. Blake put down his pen. "Come in," Blake shouted, and in walked a Grim Reaper. "Hi, Dante," said Blake to it. "He's outside," said Blake's assistant Dante. "Show him in, Dante," Blake replied. Dante left the office and came back with the ghost of the host of the show, who saw only the paperwork on first entering the office. "Hello, Jack McDonald. Welcome to my office," said the hidden Blake. "I know that voice, but it can't be," said the ghost. Blake stood up laughing. "Why ever not?" said Blake, standing up, coming into Jack's view. "I thought this was the afterlife. Did you die too?" asked Jack. Blake laughed again. "Of course not," Blake said. "Who are you?" Jack asked. "He is the king," Dante said, as it was ridiculous him not knowing who Blake was. "Of what?" Jack asked. "Of here. He administers this place, and all here is done by his will," Dante said. "He rules the afterlife. Is that why he was in the show, to take me here?" Jack asked. "No, I took you here," said Dante. "I was as surprised by your death as you were," Blake said. "I help the police solve crimes sometimes." "Are you telling me you are investigating my death for the police?" said Jack. "I am. The show is continuing to trap your killer," said Blake. "Are you in it?" asked Jack. "Yes, even if everyone knows who I am, mad as it is," Blake said. "They know who you are. This is a fraud," said Jack. "It's true, but I won't win. It's in the new contract Dante wrote up for me as my manager," Blake said. "I am working with my son to weed out your killer only." "Okay, how is the investigation going?" asked Jack. "You weren't the one they wanted to kill. It seems we know your killer. We just can't find him," said Blake sadly. "Who are they?" asked Jack. "The Phantom of the Opera," said Blake. "What?" asked Jack, laughing, taking it as a joke. "Brian Dean, he played the Phantom. He has been sending hate mail to the Goldfish," said Blake. "Then why did he shoot me?" asked Jack. "He's a bad shot. He could have shot me too. You were in the way of the bullet." "He was trying to shoot the Goldfish?" said Blake. "Who is she?" asked Jack. "His ex-wife, Kelly Dean," said Dante. "She is helping to draw him out by performing," said Blake. "Elsewhere, later." "Lance, I'm scared," the Goldfish said, the new host of the show, in her dressing room. "Don't be. He's a bad shot. He couldn't shoot you if he tried," Lance said lightly. "The only reason I said yes to your dad's idea to catch Brian was you and him being here to protect me from him," said the Goldfish. "I've never played bodyguard before, but I can assure you, you are safe with us," said Lance. "I hope," Lance thought. "I believe in you too," said the Goldfish. Lance smiled. Blake climbed out of a stylized spaceship and began to sing to a bunch of dancers dressed as soldiers, singing like an alien arriving on Earth meeting an army of humans. What sort of clue is that? A person watching it on TV, later on another TV show called Gigglebox. "Oh, he's an alien," said another person watching it, said on the couch with the Giggleboxer. "He's not gray," said the first person. "He's one of the alien superheroes called the Magicians," the second said, as if it was obvious. Back on the stage, Blake bowed. Lance walked on stage. "Get off stage, I want to see Goldfish," Lance said to his dad. "I have to be judged first." Blake moaned. He hadn't enjoyed his performing. Like an alien, saying, "Take me to your leader," either. The judges were clueless. No one told them who he was. Blake wandered happily off stage. The stagehands changed the scene. It was cartoon land when it was set up. Goldfish came out of a cartoon-like door and sang a sad song about a sad ending. During the song, one of the masked cartoon-like dancers grabbed Goldfish and pulled out a gun. "Brian," said terrified the Goldfish. "Kelly," said the dancer. "Let her go, Dean," Lance hissed, running back on stage. "You don't scare me, enchanter," said Brian, who did his homework and found out who the host was. "You can't kill her and get away," said Lance. Out thinner appeared a hand, which disarmed Brian, and then a body. "What the?" Brian said. The body knocked him to the ground. Brian pulled out a knife. "Dad, he has a knife," Lance shouted to the body. The masked, hatless magician looked at the knife. It was at his throat, moved his arm in the struggle. One of them was fatally stabbed. A grim reaper walked on stage. It was Dante. "Come with me, you're dead," said Dante, taking the spirit away. Lance sped to his father's side and knelt down, looking at the blood on his neck. "Can you take him off me? I can't move," the survivor said. Lance moved the corpse and helped up the survivor. "Darn, you survived," Lance moaned. "You would say that, you sadist," grumbled Blake, removing his mask. "Stuffy mask," Blake said. The goldfish took off her goldfish head mask. Looking at Brian with mixed emotions, she knelt and closed Brian's eyes.